Hi facilitators, this video is about mindful eating which we practice during lunchtime. So before, on the first day of camp, we need to actually spend some time and explain to campers what mindful eating is about and why do we practice it in camp. So maybe 10 minutes before lunchtime on the first day, we can sit everyone down and then we're going to explain what mindful eating is about. So mindful eating is actually a mindfulness activity, and actually it's a foundational activity in this camp. The purpose and objective of this is to learn self-control and also to move us away from autopilot. So when we eat mindfully, we kind of slow down and we savor the food. We know what we put in the mouth and not just eating mindlessly. Okay, and also to have some quiet and peaceful time for ourselves, because when we eat and if we are calm, the food digests better, and as well as for friends around who may just want some quiet time, and definitely for the teachers, because the teachers are tired and the mindful eating period is for the teachers to rest as well. So after we explain the objective of mindful eating, then we will ask them to be seated and tell them that we'll be serving them their food, right? They're going to have their food in front of them, but they do not eat first, so it doesn't matter who gets served first. Yeah, they don't have to rush to get the food or anything. We will all start eating together, okay? So then you will choose someone. You will perhaps ask a volunteer. Is there anyone who wants to volunteer? Because every day before we practice mindful eating, we will get someone to read a script with about 4 reflections about mindful eating. And after this person finish reading the script, then we will ring the bell, and then the 5 or 10 minutes silence will start from there, which means the student or the campus will start eating the first 5 to 10 minutes in silence, and explain to them that if they finish their lunch before the end of the 5 or 10 minutes, and that's for you to decide, they should just sit where they are and just enjoy the silence for a moment. Just be calm and peaceful. They shouldn't go to the teacher or run around. So that 10 minutes is really for everyone to eating quietly. If you are done with eating, just sit at your spot. When we practice mindful eating, or later on I'll do another video on lazy time, which is actually quiet time, it's very important to let campers know that this is not a punishment, because some of them may have time out at home where the parents say, you misbehave, you're going to time out. So they may think that any quiet time you ask them to have is actually a punishment. So it's also good to clarify that. So I would say, know that this is not a punishment, okay? This is not a punishment, but it's a very special time for us to really savor our food, because food, it's not easy to come by. Yeah, farmers have to grow the crops, and someone has to be cooking and then deliver it here. So we want to be thankful and grateful. So this quiet time is really to do that, to help us to learn self-control and then be calm and peaceful so we can digest better, as well as being thoughtful to the teachers so they can rest. And then after you pick the volunteer to read the 4 or 5 reflections, you ring the bell, and then they will start eating quietly, hopefully. And if they don't, just go and tap on their shoulder and just do this. Or when they look up, you just tell them, yeah. Because you told them it's not a punishment earlier, so just be mindful of your language. So if you you know, you say, shh, quiet, it does sound like a punishment. Okay, so let's be mindful. If we told them earlier it's not a punishment, so we can just tap on the shoulder and just do this. Most of the campers understand that. Okay, and that's it. You have the script in the games and activities manual, and you can read the script there. Thank you.